Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of my pickups. This last couple weeks I did get a few things, not as many as I normally did, but there's some pretty big items in this week's pickups, things that I'm pretty excited about, a couple things I never thought I'd have in my collection. So let's have a look and see what you think. So first up, this is Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. This is for the Wii, but this is the Japanese version, so you can see that the art style is a little different than what's on the North American version. That's actually the reason I wanted to get it. I like this cover better. I like the art style a little bit more, kind of pops more than the North American version. This is the Wind Waker for the GameCube. I think it's called Tact Wind in Japan. Same thing, it's got a nice little sleeve. The cartridge is on the inside again. Nice little case that it comes in. Artwork as well. Disc is a little bit different than the North American version. It's not gold. But again, another nice little thing to add into my Zelda collection that I didn't have. So now moving on, this is something that I never thought I'd have in my collection one way or another because I was never willing to spend the money for it. But I ended up getting this in a combination deal with a CDI player, and it's not the original games, but they are legit. And these are the Legend of Zelda CDI games, but these are the demonstration versions. They are the full games. I have played them. They are terrible. But essentially what these are demo versions that were given to the store to demo all the different games. They basically have them for almost all the games that they made for the CDI. But these are the Zelda versions. I did get all three. So this one is Link Faces of Evil. That is the Wand of Gamelon. And probably the worst one out of all of them, that's Zelda's Adventure. So when I first saw these, I wasn't sure. I looked up on the internet. There's not a ton of information about them, but they are legit. There's usually 3 different variations, different color variations. When I first saw it, I thought that this was a reproduction that somebody did on a CD burner and just put a label on. But I had another one that came with these that was the same, and I tried to peel off the label, and it's not a label. It is actually screened right onto the disc, so they are legit. And again, I would never have paid the $400 or $500 that they want for these games because they are terrible, and I don't really consider them part of the series. But because I got this in a bundle deal, and I will just end up selling the CDI console, I was glad to get them. They are a piece of history, even though that they are terrible Zelda games. Moving on, this is something that you're not going to see around at all very often. I haven't come across one of these. I haven't seen these since I was a kid. And that is the Legend of Zelda watch from 1989. This is the Nelsonic one. You supposedly could play the Zelda game on it. I have no idea why it's pink. Odd choice for a Zelda color. But this is an absolute mint shape. It's never been opened. The box is perfect. It was pretty pricey, but I got it because you never see these come up, ever. And if you do, they're usually in pretty terrible shape. So I really wanted it, especially it's got the old art style. Even on the back you can see it's got nice little Zelda art style. Says it's also available in Super Mario. So you don't see these come around very often. Something I'm definitely going to keep in my collection forever. And last but not least, what do we have here? This is Rob the Robot, the Japanese Famicom version. Something that I've always really wanted. I've always wanted Rob the Robot since I was a kid. The North American version I've seen lots. I'd never actually seen the Japanese version in person, and I saw this listing on eBay. It was a good price, came with the box, which is absolutely perfect. And there, as you can see, the Rob is right there. He's the same as the Nintendo version, obviously the NES version, as far as how he's built and how his look is. Biggest difference is color, whereas the North American version is all gray. This one is more of a kind of off-white with burgundy arms. So it really stands out more. A lot of people got to see this because of the Amiibos when they came out. They did have the Japanese Rob version in there, and it was generally most people's favorites. I'm really excited to have this as a centerpiece in my collection. I will display it. I would eventually like to get everything that comes with Rob, but I know it's pretty pricey. If they come out at a decent price, I will pick them up and I will add it to this so he looks complete. But that's it for these 2 weeks, guys. I have more stuff coming in. Obviously, I try and buy stuff as much as I can during the week. Pick up anything new that I can find, anything that's old and retro. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button. Again, tune back in, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, see more pickups, other Zelda type videos as well. And come on back. We'll see you the next time. Thanks.